What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
And we new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell.
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
My name is Amon Browning.
And I'm Christina Browning. We are from California, and at the ages of 39 and 41, we retired early and we
That's
moved here to
beautiful.
Portugal.
Beautiful.
FIRE is an acronym. It stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. Amon and I went to the same college. Funny enough, we actually started talking in line, waiting for the food as we're piling food up on our plates.
You're
Never mind.
Yeah. Crazy thing is, we wasn't in line. She was in line when I spotted her, and I was right at the table eating food when she spotted me, and then she would go drink her lemonade at the table with her little click.
Yeah, I know he liked
clicks
lemonade.
back in the day was doing
I
that.
know he liked lemonade.
Yeah, that's how it was. That's it.
seriously understating piling up food. She was in line just like me, piling her plate up high.
We met when we were really starving college students.
Literally
you know?
starving.
And we were shameless.
That set the tone for our relationship.
You thought of the idea, like, I want to retire before I'm 40, right? And you brought it to me, and it was like, okay, let's figure out how we can do this.
Yes. I know that I wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for my background. I grew up poor. In fact, at one time, my family was even homeless. We were on food stamps. My father would always say to us, we're in this situation now, but every generation is supposed to get better.
I was raised by a single mom. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, and we just never really talked about money. But I do recall that my mom was really good at saving. It's very different than how we are with our girls right now. We have a 12 and 14-year-old, and we are constantly talking about money with them.
The most important thing that you can do to build generational wealth is to educate the next generation.
Finances.
Listen, I think I have
book.
said this a few times, but baby, this was the best inspirational story of this series. The best.
Yeah.
It don't matter where you come from, it matter where you going.
Yeah.
You want to stay where you come from? Okay, get your head in the game. Come on.
Yeah, his pops had a fire bar, man. Every generation is supposed to get better, right? So he obviously installed a lot of knowledge and wisdom into his son, so he can inform his next sons and daughters to do better whenever they come in the world. You know, and I think that's important. As you see in the photos, he had books in his hands about finance, right?
Applied knowledge is power.
Perfect.
Okay, imagine how their children gonna be.
Yeah.
If they were able to retire before 40, imagine how their children.
It just sets the bar for the kids to be like, oh, you did that? I'm going to do that this age. That's how it be.
So before we quit our jobs, Christina and I worked for the federal government. Christina was an attorney, and she was making about $70,000 a year. And I was an urban planner for the federal government, and I was making about $98,000 a year.
Real good
Nice.
themselves.
They could have stopped there.
Just saved up a couple years.
But they say nope.
Right after Amon and I graduated from college, we moved to San Diego, and he said, okay, we need to buy a house.
That was the first thing I wanted to do as soon as I came into money, because my family never owned a home. And so for me, it was going to be such a powerful thing to do, was to buy a home. And here we are. We have bought 6 homes.
Beautiful.
So we found a way to completely live rent and mortgage free, which is huge, especially at the time when we were living in the Bay Area.
So they found a way.
Yeah,
Well,
what
it's
is
a
it?
hack. What's the
In
hack?
California.
Flipping properties. We
Oh,
were
okay.
renting out these properties also on Airbnb, and we rented them out for so much that it covered the mortgage of the house that we were renting out, but then also where we were staying as well.
See, and that's the thing right there. People be complaining about finances, right? And they say, oh, that's unaffordable. Why would you even do that much for whatever you're trying to, sell? And oftentimes when you have people like this that's doing this, they're doing it because their dream is bigger than what their dream is.
And
So
what you see.
they stood on business and it made sense. Somebody was going to come through.
Listen.
That's what it's about.
They made it happen.
Yes, sir.
Our employer father, when we lived in Spain and Japan, paid for our housing. So we had no housing costs, no mortgage, no rent during that time.
Very good.
People think you have to have a 6-figure salary income coming in at least every single year in order to reach FIRE, and that wasn't the case for us.
We had 9-to-5 jobs, but we knew that we could never reach our financial independence number by relying on the income that we got from our jobs.
We invested in real estate, we lived in properties, we renovated them, and then we resold them, and that was in the San Francisco Bay Area. We went to IKEA in the as-is section and bought all of this as-is furniture and resold it for a profit. We were dumpster diving, getting wine crates.
Oh, we were
going
doing
crazy.
everything imaginable.
Yeah, going
Because
crazy.
our 9-to-5 jobs weren't going to get us there. But after we did things to make money and then also to save money, we also went a step further. We started investing all of that money.
That part.
We got to a point where we were saving up to 70% of the money that we came in so that we could be investing in. For example, we made more than $400,000 in profit from investing in real estate in the Bay Area.
I see you. Having no background in real estate.
Wait a minute. Are y'all not inspired? Every time we watch something about how someone became rich or succeeded in some type of area, we always tell y'all the industry. Just listen to the industry.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, land is whoo.
Yeah.
Ass is how we know. Okay. Woo.
Having no money, having no ability to fix up properties, we were still able to do it because we were able to feed off one another and get to a solution.
Yeah.
Right?
To
That's
university
what
too.
we've always been able to do.
Figure
That's
it out.
how we achieve financial independence.
I've been able to evolve and I've been able to grow. I think Amon really helped bring that to me and give me that vision of what we could potentially be.
I really pride myself on being there for my family. I think that that's the most important thing that I do.
And together we just strive for it and we were able to succeed.
Oh my God, I didn't want it to end.
I love telling the story of our last day of work. Because Christina and I both worked actually for the same agency, we had to strategically do this.
Going into the office and telling people officially, it felt really powerful because it's like, okay, we're doing this. We're actually doing this.
I really loved the people that I worked with. I mean, I wasn't quitting the people, I was quitting the job. That was such an exciting day for us, but it was also a sad day, right?
Yeah, it was a shock for a lot of people, but for those that were close to us, that worked with us, they knew exactly what was happening, and we were walking them through so that they could really join this FIRE journey and be on the same path that we were on as well. We also just bought an investment property in Portugal as well. So we still have our money sort of floating in between the stock market and real estate.
That's a
and
beautiful
for
home.
me, I love that we're able to do that because it really diversifies our portfolio.
Yep.
Right now, we're only holding 2 properties, both in Portugal. One is our primary residence and this investment property. But over the life of our journey, we have bought and sold 6 properties.
Nice. So you got some more time,
I've always
bro.
been so grateful for having Christina there with me to be able to help me focus. And we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for us working
Life
together
partner.
to achieve all of these dreams.
I didn't have a fear that we wouldn't reach it because
Of course.
I felt like, you know, what we were doing was so really extraordinary. We were spending our money in the right way. We weren't wasteful. We weren't trying to keep up with the Joneses.
She's the yin and I'm the yang. However you want to put it, we really complement each other. So my weakness is sometimes my focus. I can get so caught up in the vision that I lack the focus to put the plan into action.
That's discernment.
Worst case scenario, if we didn't reach FIRE, you know, I still felt what we were doing was so positive. It was something where we were focusing our money. We were focusing on the things that were important to us.
Listen,
We
Man,
used
let
to
them
live.
cook. Hey, they is cooking.
they
What?
really are. I've never heard a couple sound so much like us in my life.
Come on, I feel you on that. Yeah, they
In
really
my
just think.
life. This supposed to be about moving abroad, baby. They are educating the masses. I
For
hope
real.
y'all catching it.
So the thing about this is when you realize that small sacrifices is all about being selfless, then you start to understand that that's where you're going to gain a lot of respect for yourself and for your journey. And you're not going to be upset no more because you're going to know that at the end of it all, that as a result, you're going to get. And sometimes people don't even like to go down this road because they are selfish. And they want it all to be about them. But it's about being selfless at most points because your journey is not just for you. It's never just for you.
It's not just for you. You have to leave something for the next generation. The
Absolutely.
next generation should not be starting from ground zero. You gotta pass that on. That's generational wealth.
It is.
Oh Lord, y'all
100%.
know it can go on and on and on. Like this is just so inspirational. I love it.
In Spain, and we traveled to Portugal quite a bit. When we were really tightening up our list of where we ultimately wanted to end up, we just started looking at all of these different factors, and Portugal just kept coming up number one on the list.
Number one.
The start of our day here in Portugal, now that we're retired, it's so relaxed. It doesn't feel like a rush. We get to sit down and have a healthy breakfast. We'll make pancakes or eggs, or we'll make some organic fruit and yogurt and granola and honey. And it's just this time where we get to really sit down with one another and be present with each other. And I love that we get to start our day just like that every single day in early retirement.
I love it.
Something else that is just amazing about living here in Portugal and being early retired is that we get to take full advantage of the beautiful nature around us. And we can do it when everyone else is at work.
Nice.
We go to the beach Monday
Everybody
through
else at
Friday,
work.
and we have the whole.
When everybody else at work.
Hold on, let me throw them
That's
back
us.
a few. Let me throw them back a little bit.
That is us. Listen, we go on field trips all the time, baby. Listen, and I don't like crowds much, but baby.
Yeah.
Take full advantage of the beautiful nature around us. And we can do it when everyone else is at work. We go to the beach Monday through Friday, and we have the whole thing to ourselves.
Good job, man.
Because Christina and I are relatively young, and our children are relatively old,
They not
we
old.
are at a nice place where we can do certain things
You got
together.
twins.
You got
Like we
older
can go
children.
surfing together.
Yes.
We can go hiking together, and we don't have to necessarily worry about a baby bag.
And we always talk
That part.
about the girls grow so fast. They get so old so fast. They're 12 and 14 right now, and we still have a good couple of years with them in the house before they decide to go away to college. You know, we weren't running from something. We always tell people we're running to something. We're looking forward to something.
Babies,
And for us,
babies.
achieving fire meant being able to spend more time with each other, being able to spend more time with our girls, and have really that quality time that we have with our girls now. I want people to understand that there is a completely different path. Take a detour. Once you achieve it, you have so many options. You have such a fulfilling life once you reach fire.
Hey, that was hard. Listen, I could add so much more to this pot, but I think they cooked enough.
They really did.
Them boy cooked.
They
That's
really
if
did.
you-
This top
Man.
top one video.
Man, okay, I add one thing.
What?
Engage. Like, life is about engaging. Because when you're in school, a lot of times you do what? You have to engage with the teacher when she calls on you. You have to engage with the students when it's time to do partnership work. But after graduation, after high school, college, and everything, when you get in the real world, you stop engaging. And a lot of times, that's when you start to not get the result you really want in life because you fail to engage with whatever it is your purpose is. And oftentimes, you just got to engage. Yeah.
Man, that is so beautiful.
That's
Just
it.
to be
That's
able
all.
to spend time with the family you created.
Yeah, and be present and not
To
just
be
there.
present and not have to be on a time clock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm so full from this video.
Nice one.
We hope you guys enjoyed it with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.